Hey, sorry. I'm sorry. I was eating a salad and I was like, you can get in one more piece. And I put it in my mouth and it was connected to a much larger piece of lettuce. So I'm like literally like fruit by the foot, rolling my salad up into my mouth as I'm trying to quickly come to. Hello, how are you? Oh my gosh. Oh man. How's everybody doing? I got some new tour dates, just some Florida stuff. July 6th, I'll be in Orlando. That's scrolling along the bottom here at the Afrotainment Studios. Hello, Tristan. How are you? I'll be at the Afrotainment. Now, here's the thing. If you've never been, it's on iDrive. It's an amazing studio. And I'm taping a half-hour special. So that'll be July 6th, and tickets are free. I'm going to post the link on the live later. And then July 31st, I'll be in Tampa doing my headlining show. I'll also be doing I'll do Jackie Nights again too, Tristan. But Tampa, I'm going to do the Side Splitters. I'm doing my own headlining show in between Joe D's. So here's the deal. Once Joe D sells out, you come to my show. And Joe D's like $30. I'm like $5. I think my tickets are literally $5. So the perks of being moderately internet famous. One day I'll make it up to the $750 range. And then August 28th through 29th, one of my favorite comedy clubs, Bassani's, Port Charlotte. I'll be there. Healthy living. You are right, Narissa. So here's the thing. I'm eating healthy. I ordered a salad from Outback Steakhouse and also one of the seared tunas, and it's delicious. So yeah, or $150, right, Tristan? By the way, Jim Gaffigan charging $150 to go see him. I'm so mad because A, I can't afford that and can't go see him, and B, I wish I was earning that much per ticket. Anyways, thank you also for the stars. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Katrina. Appreciate the stars over on Facebook. Facebook has me set goals for stars. If you don't know what they are, you just basically contribute a little bit of a thank you for all the laughs. I've got over 180 videos out. I do a lot of lives and stuff. If I make you laugh, then send the stars, and I appreciate it. I don't get what you send. I get like a percentage of, but Facebook keeps a little, obviously. But it's basically like 100 stars equals $1. So hey, if you're like, thanks, appreciate it. I appreciate that. Thanks, Donna. Hello, Donna. Thanks, Amy. I was a teacher for 14 years, Noel, for the question that you're asking. Now, to get back to my health kick. Look at the slimness. Look at that. You can't even, I mean, I'm having problems because people will probably log on here and think this is some Johnny Depp deep fake, but the it's coming in, the line's right there. And if I shaved right now, I think, it'd be really good, but I feel better. Drinking a lot of water, trying to eat better. I got a salad, like I said. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to show you something that's never been done before. You see this? That's a full-size bread from Outback Steakhouse. Do you know how delicious this bread is? Do you know how scrumptious this bread is? Do you also know that it has no nutritional value for me, and I'm wrapping it up and going to continue to eat my salad after this? And then once I'm done with the live, I'll probably break it in half and use the bread to scoop up all the leftover Caesar dressing, but that's beside the point. I'm just kidding. I won't do that. But I'm saying the bread is delicious, and you realize, folks, I went to Olive Garden the other day. I ordered the margarita chicken, which is just chicken with like a pesto and tomatoes. Folks, I didn't eat breadstick. I didn't have a breadstick at Olive Garden. Do you realize how... when I left, they literally hoisted my chair into the air, and I took off my shirt. They hung it from the rafters. They retired it. They said that nobody's ever done that. I'm trying to get healthy. Yeah, exactly. Look at these. I'm gaining muscle and sweat stains at the same time. It's amazing. I feel good though. I really do. I feel much better. I feel much better. Oh man, look at that Freudian slip coming in. Even my body's like, bread, eat it. But And this is the thing is I'm not like I also am kind of worried, folks. I'm worried. My mom has celiac, so she's had it for a long time. I mean, she had it in the 90s before it was even a thing, and they didn't even know what was going on with her. And they did test after test. Finally, they were like, "Yeah, gluten, it's bad." And so I kind of worried it might be me too, but I've been fine till recently. Recently, I've started to feel like my glands swell, and I've had really bad tummy. I'm a dad tummy issues. But when I eat bread, and then I stopped eating bread, and that all went away. So I think it might be hereditary, and I might have it. Donna, the weight loss challenge name, if you are on Facebook, it is CIMC. Crying in my car, CIMC weight loss challenge. And it's a group, and it's so positive in there, man. I'm so proud. There's so many people that are losing weight, teachers that are getting in good shape, and living by my motto there. If you can dream it, you can do it. Look at me. It's pretty soon. It'll be Devin Siebold, comedian / fitness guru. Fitness guru. I actually used to be really in good shape, actually, like pretty ripped, but I played college basketball. And then, you get out. It's weird because college sports, I don't know if anybody's ever played it. College sports are different than regular sports because college sports, it's a business. And man, it is every day. We had to do weight training, running, video for the games. And you get out of college and you're like, I never want to see another basketball ever in my life. And it's so funny because so we went to the state championship when I was in high school. And everybody kind of still lives around the area where we went to the state championship. And I messaged these guys. I said, guys, we're coming up on almost 20 years since we went to the state championship. I said, how about we get a little scrimmage together? Old time's sake. Our families can, see us play again. Our kids can come out, maybe do a little barbecue and have some fun. Folks, I didn't get a response back. I sent the message to like 12 teammates, and I don't know. I think I'm the only one that I literally play basketball. I love basketball. I would go out after school, and true story, I would destroy my students. Like, it was always like a really fun game to me that after school, I would put on my gym shorts, my t-shirt, I would go down to the courts, and I would show up and we would destroy these children. Shout out to Josh Gomper and Pete Smith from Old Haines City High School. We would go down there as teachers, and they would see these older guys kind of out of shape, and they didn't know we had it. And we would run over these children. And it was so great because, as a teacher, you can't do anything. You can't let out your aggressions in class, but you hit that basketball court and suddenly, there's a lot of charging calls that are going to get called if they hold their ground, but I'm running right into these children. I'm going to destroy you on my way to the goal. I'm going to try to dunk on you. I say try because I tried the other day, and granted, I've gained 15 pounds, 20 pounds since the last time I dunked. So the last time I dunked was about 2 years ago. I got a video of me just throwing it down at a practice that we were just, playing and shooting around. And because people were like, you can't dunk. And I'm like, I can. And then I did it. And, but man, I tried the other day and I got up, but not high enough. And it hurt. I'm not gonna lie. It hurt. By the way, if you were in California, I'm in Florida, you may have thought that it was a shuttle coming in. It was not. It was my kneecaps sliding back into place after I tried. But yes, I can dunk. You got to give me a month. I just got to get a little bit of the weight off, get a little more into the gym. I've been exercising. Funny story, though. I went to, not long ago, Noel. I mean, I'm 36, 34 years old, Duncan. That's not bad. I mean, yeah, LeBron's 36, but that's a different beast. Here's the thing. I went into the workout room the other day, and we have a movie theater. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it. We have an actual movie theater in my gym. And so there's a big screen, full-size movie screen, surround sound, everything. It's amazing. I don't mind Idaho, Taylor. Side note, but it is amazing. And no, Jennifer, it's a lot harder. 6'5" is not what you think. Anyways, so we have a big screen. They play all the best movies: Jurassic Park, X-Men, and the X-Men's not the best movie, but it's a fun movie to watch. The other day, though, I went in to work out in the morning. Folks, I walked in about 15 minutes in to Star Wars Rogue One. Thanks for the stars, Kara, by the way. I walked in 15 minutes into Star Wars Rogue One. That is the best Star Wars movie out of them all, minus maybe Return of the Jedi. But still, it's an awesome movie. And I was hooked. I mean, seeing it on the big screen again. So I saw it when it came out, but I'm literally on an elliptical watching, Rogue One. And guys, oh my gosh, I was like, I have to keep going. I have to finish this movie. So I was on the elliptical for 45 minutes and I was like, I cannot maintain this elliptical any longer. So I went over and got on the bike and I was like, bike, sitting down. This is good. This is good. And I was on the bike for like another 20 minutes and I was like still dying inside, really, really tired. And so then I went over and went to the treadmill and I was like on the treadmill and then somebody got in front of me. Very tall individual. And, sorry to those people that I stand in front of because I finally saw it happen to me. And they were on the elliptical, which makes you higher. And so I couldn't quite see all the screen and the ending's coming up. And if you know Rogue One is the best. So I put my incline like all the way up. So I'm literally like walking on a mountain to see this movie end because it's been so long since I've seen it in big screen. And I just was waiting for that Vader moment, which what I mean, if you've seen it. And folks, I left there like an hour and 45 minutes after entering this. And as soon as it ended, I was off of the treadmill. And the next day, I could not walk. Could not walk. Everywhere I went, like at some point, I was even like Googling groin muscle cancer. I'm like, can I have cancer in my groin? Because this is not natural. What is happening right now? And it hurts so bad. So needless to say, will not do that again. Hopefully, I mean, if they get other good movies, they put the schedule out in advance. I love it. And then I go hit the weights, and I didn't that day, but then I'll shoot around. End of it, I'll just go and shoot. And I know you saw that. So those of you that are basketball players, that's a natural stroke. There it is. So anyways, but I wanted to say it was so much fun. So I do want to say I'm losing weight. I'm down 10 pounds. I feel good. Getting back into it, and it's good. So yeah, Jared, sorry about it. I'm reading Jared's comment. And it says, I'm in school for secondary education, concentration history. Love your content so much. Thanks. Appreciate it. Although it does make me a bit scared as well. I get it. It should. It's a reality to it. And that's the thing is they don't discuss the reality of it. The reality's not there, which, by the way, I want to tell you all, I have a video coming out this week speaking about the reality of it. I've already written half of it. I had this idea. It came to me so naturally. I can't wait to film it. It's coming out this week, and it is Scared Straight Teacher Edition. It is Scared Straight for the classroom, where the new teachers are coming in and the old teachers bully them and tell them how it really is. And Jared, you're going to like that one because it's going to be funny. It'll be real good. So I wanted to talk about something tonight. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, losing the 10 pounds, it was good. And losing the 10 pounds, I don't know if you guys, a great way. Hey, Angry. How's it going, buddy? This is Angry Texan Comedian. Be sure to follow him over on Facebook. He looks just like his profile picture. Anyways, here's the thing. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So I was on Facebook and I saw, I don't know how many of you have seen this, but over on Board Teachers, they have the teacher style box. The Teacher Style Box is a subscription service. This is not an ad. I'm just going to talk about what I saw. So subscription service for teachers where you pay like $45 a month, I think it is, and you get a box mailed to your house with an outfit that's your size. You tell them your size, your style, things you like ahead of time. So they give you something that you're more likely to wear. And then I guess when you're done with it, you fold it up, put it back into a return envelope, send it back to them, and then you get another outfit. So it kind of gives you new things to try, or you can keep it. I think you can keep it and just make it yours. I think it's a different kind of idea for a subscription box. I like it, but man, the comments, like, first off, there were two different style of comments. First off, there was teachers saying that that they didn't think the girl in the advertisement was dressed appropriately to be a teacher in the classroom. Now, I want to preface this by saying I do not know if those comments came from other teachers or if it came from general public, because they like to be overly critical. The guy in his whitey tighties sitting out on the couch with his windows wide open and letting the whole world see everything is on there going, she's dressed inappropriately, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But anyways, you do get to wear it and return it, Kate. I'm positive because you can ship it back. But yeah, so you can keep it. But it's a subscription box where you get a new one and you send it back, new one, send it back. But it's supposed to be like, I think Netflix in the early days where you finish the DVD, you return it, get a new DVD. So here's the thing. No, I'm not saying you all need to wear pants. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is a lot of these comments were basically saying how what she was wearing and the thing wasn't appropriate. And then they started talking about teacher dress code. So I want to talk about this real quick. Teacher dress code. Should there be one? Because I've worked in schools before where it was very, very strict. I've worked in schools before where it was very, very lax. And then I've worked at the in-between. And it does seem to change as you go throughout the year. I mean, obviously, like beginning of the year when there's open house, you feel the need. I used to always wear a tie. And then, I wouldn't wear the tie, but I wear the button up. And then towards the end of the year, you find yourself walking in a Tasmanian devil t-shirt and Aeropostale sweatpants, with juicy across the butt. I don't know if there really should be. Well, maybe it's like Stitch Fix. I don't know what that is, Narissa, but maybe. But yeah. So I don't know if there should be. I feel like teachers are kind of more aware of what they're wearing and what is professional for their own class. Like I was thinking about it. If you think about it, the way teachers dress kind of is about what that. Like if your dress code is not going to be the same as an art teacher. Like every art teacher I've ever had was in a giant like onesie denim with 7,000 pockets that literally were big enough to hide the Hindenburg. It could have crashed into it and we would have not recovered it if it was in those pockets. But those art teachers have their own style. I think what you teach depends on your style. I think it really does. Like the history teachers always, the older ones have the black slacks, white shirt, and short sleeve with a red tie. Like they're teaching Mormonism, but also practicing it at the same time. Like after work, they're going to get on their bicycle and go convince people of their religion. It's, I don't know. It's a weird thing. And then reading teachers always have glasses around their neck. Never wear them more than 3 seconds at a time. I don't know why this is, but reading teachers just have glasses hanging here and they're literally, oh, you have a question? Let's see here. Okay. So what you're gonna do is they just pull it on, take it off, put it on, take it off, and it's literally 3 seconds at a time. Every reading teacher has those reading glasses. That's what I've noticed, and then they have something floral on. It's always floral, like for reading teachers. Usually, like very very comfortable. I feel like I don't know. I feel like guys get away with a lot, but I feel like women get away with a lot too when it comes to dressing professionally. Like women kind of push the limits on some of these, is it professional or is it casual? Guys do too. Guys push the limits on, is it professional or is it casual? Like, we weren't allowed to wear jeans. So I didn't wear jeans, but I did. I wore tan jeans or black jeans and got away with it for a long time. Also, I feel like science teachers get to cheat because they get the lab coat on. Like, if you think about the lab coat too, like, they just get to cover up whatever it is. And then they look so professional, like they're ready for the job. Outside, they're Bill Nye, but what they don't tell is underneath they are Billie Eilish. They are just hoodie and baggy sweatpants, but they just play it off. That lab coat is their saving. I love it. It's just like, hey, I became a science teacher so I could wear my Hurley shirt underneath here, and then yet have a pen protector and a thermometer that I never use. And then also elementary teachers. I feel like elementary teachers, especially women, I feel like they style themselves based upon the grade they teach. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like a kindergarten teacher, like if you're teaching kindergarten and you move up to third grade, I think that your dressing style changes. I think you're a little messier in kindergarten. I also think that, obviously the kids are smaller, so shorter skirts do not work. Last thing you want is a kid taking a wrong turn during class and suddenly winding up in the, cave of wonders. You know what I mean? So it's it's interesting to think of it that way, but I think that maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, some of you wore jeans all year long, Jesse. Perks of being in an art room, we wouldn't question you. We would just go, oh, that's the art teacher. No big deal. But if you taught anything else, we'd question you. We would question you hard. Male teachers in elementary usually dress very snazzy. I don't know why. I don't know why they do, but they're usually dressed like pretty. And it's usually, and this is just the truth, most of the male elementary school teachers that I know are gay. And so they have a much higher quality of wardrobe than I do. I don't know if that's kind of a thing amongst the community. I couldn't afford to be gay, if you ask me. Does the NASA t-shirt fit me in anywhere over at the Parliament House? I don't know if that's a thing, but I always thought that was interesting to me. And then coaches. Listen, this is what I have a problem with. It doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. You got to be a nun under there. Music in the meadow. Got to be, because you never know. I see a polo every day. GG, I tell you. That's still, it's so funny you say that. Or a t-shirt related to learning. That's it. That's the ticket. So I also feel like teachers cheat. Because it's like, don't wear t-shirts, but t-shirts related to learning. Is anybody going to be like, hey, that reading is fundamental shirt, you need to take that off? The students don't need to see that. No, you're not. So it's such a cheat. It's such a cheat when they're like, okay, so you should dress professional. You realize a t-shirt's casual, but we make it like, oh, this is a learning shirt. Coaches are the worst too. Coaches will always put on team gear and they'll walk out there. It just blows my mind what they pass off. Like, and it's always, and it doesn't even have to be your team, just school colors. Your school colors could be green and white, and the PE teacher will walk in a Heineken shirt and nobody will question it. Nobody. They're like, oh, school pride. There it is. Oh, he's got school pride. It's but it always blows my mind that gym teachers and PE teachers get away with this. And I get that you're outside, but I'm going to tell you right now, this makes me so mad. If you're a coach, that does not give you a pass to just wear jeans and a t-shirt and a whistle around your neck if you're not coaching anything during the day. If you want to, you're skirting the rules. Every coach I've ever known, like, we'll be in mid-December and the golf coach is walking down the hall in a t-shirt and jeans, and people, hey coach, and nobody questions the coaches. But I've got to come in the Hillcrest Heinekens. That's funny, Raleigh. I've got to come in a nice shirt with a decent looking. But if I wore what a coach wore, I did coach a while back, but in my most recent school, they would get mad at me. Like I would get called down and be like, hey, just make sure you dress more professionally. I've been that guy, by the way. I've literally been that guy where the principal has walked around the school, looked at me and be like, Miss Shebold, how's it going? Well, hopefully everything's going good, and they look at me like they look at my dress, and then I get an email 5 minutes later that goes to the whole school. Just a reminder of our faculty dress code. Like he just literally did to me what I do to my students when I see they're missing stuff. A reminder, guys, read the question entirely. I mean, but it's the coaches. Oh man, gym shorts. Yeah, you're right. They wear gym shorts, and I'm like, how are you in shorts? You teaching a full day. You are the coach of cross country, and it's November 30th, and you don't start till May. Can you please go in with us as to what everybody else is? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just I found the comments. So if you go over to Board Teachers Facebook page and click on their style box thing, the comments, man, there were some passionate arguments in there about teacher attire. The girl in the picture, by the way, she had like a not spaghetti strap. She had like fluff. I don't know what girls call it. She had, things like cotton candy on her arms, and but you could see her whole arm, and people were literally like arguing that was not okay. And people are like, no, it's fine. You can show your arms. You got to be flexible. But I don't remember any of my teachers really wearing sleeves, the female ones anyways. Most of them had sleeveless. I mean, they didn't come in like nightgown, like Nightingale, ruffles. There you go. Ruffles. I'm sorry, Angela, Karen, I've embarrassed myself. Cotton candy arms. Please, by the way, go into Dillard's or Burdines or whatever and ask for cotton candy dresses and see if you get a response. Just be like, Siebold said it was cotton candy. I don't know why that is. So yeah, I don't know, but the comments were very impassioned. And I thought as teachers, we really don't. Now, here's the thing, too. I will say this. I would wear the same. Maybe I'm wrong. There's some teachers that are super styling in all sorts of outfits. I see them on TikTok. I'll tell you right now, some of those teachers spend their entire paycheck on the way they dress. And then I often wonder if they return it. You ever wonder? Like, I'm like, I know how much money you make. There's no way you can afford to dress like that. I've never worn ruffles at school. Oh, I have worn ruffles at school as a student. I did a thing where I was Benjamin. No, I wasn't Benjamin Franklin. So this is funny. When I was in school, we had 70s Day, Spirit Day, and my mom dressed me up in like a coat and gave me this like ruffled like shirt. And she was like, it's what everybody wore. I literally looked like Prince in the Dave Chappelle sketch. And it was not 70s vibe. It was I'm writing the Declaration of Independence at 2 p.m. vibe. But my mom made me wear that. I never wore it again. It was silk with ruffles, and it was so crazy to me. And she was like, I wore it in the 70s. And I was like, you wore it in the 70s. I did not. But yeah, I wonder sometimes about the things that we talk about, but that the things that those women buy, and it's always the women dressing really snazzy. And but here's the thing, I dress in the same thing all the time. Here's my NASA shirt. I dress in. I got a ducktail shirt. I got a few screen prints. Joe D's made fun of me a million times for it, but I don't have a desire to be stylish. I mean, maybe sometimes, but I don't know. It just doesn't suit me. I very much have the Mark Zuckerberg effect, where if I'm waking up in the morning, I can throw something on and begin my day and start work right away, rather than spending all this time getting prepared and looking this way and dressing that. Yeah, TJ Maxx is good, but I'm 6'6". You got to understand, stuff doesn't fit me well. Jeans rarely in those places go as long as my legs. And the shirts, I usually have a tough time finding shirts because even the weird thing is XL to XXL get wider. They don't get longer. I need longer shirts. And I'll buy a shirt and I'll wash it one time and it will shrink. And suddenly I'm in a crop top and I'm walking around looking like, I'm about to take the football field. It's ridiculous, but I don't know. Teachers, yeah, we don't care about that. And this is the thing. The only person saving a lot of money on clothes, by the way, is Nicholas Ferroni or whatever. That man, I followed him on Facebook, and does he ever wear a shirt? What is going on with this? I mean, this guy, I'm intimidated by him. And he's such a beautiful man, and he's like literally just ripped. And I'm I don't know. I feel like every time he posts something, I need to do 10 push-ups. That guy's he posts all this stuff and he's never wearing any. And I'm like, man, that guy needs to put on clothes. And I'm not arguing that he needs to put on clothes because I think he really needs to put on clothes. I'm arguing he needs to put on clothes so that, I get some more followers, because I get the feeling some of you go over to his page and spend all day there checking him out and don't watch my videos. So, yeah, but it's just, it's crazy to me. And then there's me and Jerry Brooks, because Gary Brooks will literally work out at Orange Theory Fitness 900 times in a month and lose half a pound. And I'm the same way, where I'm working out, I'm trying to, but there's a different stress level when you're a little older, I guess. And it's so funny, but it looked okay, Karen. It looked exactly like Seinfeld's puffy shirt. That is exactly the shirt that my mom made me wear to school, and it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing, but yeah. Oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I've started wearing hats. I shouldn't wear a hat. I have hair. The hair is up there. It looks good when I style it. It doesn't look good right now. It kind of looks weird. But I've been wearing a hat lately only because it's 9,000 degrees in the state of Florida. So if I don't wear a hat and I walk outside and the sun hits my face, I instantly turn into somebody that Brendan Fraser is tracking down to put back into its sarcophagus. But shirts versus blouses, yeah. Thanks, Rogie, for the stars. I appreciate that. So, yeah, this week, just so you guys are aware, I have a teacher yoga video coming out, a really funny video that I like that I wrote already of 2019 versus 2021 teachers. I'm doing another teacher therapy. I'm working on a phone call with the parents, still working on the fashion show one because I really want to perfect that one. It's pretty good. And then Scared Straight Teacher Edition. I think that's going to be real funny. By the way, I wasn't really online a lot last week, so I think I told you all, but I have primary custody of my kids after a divorce, and so I get them during the summer. She gets them 1 week, I get them 1 week. She gets them 1 week, I get them 1 week. During the rest of the year, she just gets every other weekend. But yeah, it's she gets 1 week, I get 1 week. So during the summer, I just like to spend time with the kids. I'm home, they're home. We've been doing so much. We went to Fort Wilderness Resort over in Disney, and I love living near Disney. But here's the thing. Sometimes people think if you go to Disney, you have to spend an absolute fortune. Let me tell you what we did. We went to Fort Wilderness Resort. We walked around the entire resort, the nature trails, saw deer, saw bunny rabbits hopping all around, went and walked by the water. We could have rode the boat across, but it was kind of bad weather. We went over to this outdoor grill. We had a drink, some coffee. The kids had a little bit of a snack. We went, and there's a pool tables there, free for everybody to play. There's a ping pong table, foosball table. We played that. We went to the arcade. You drop $10 in the arcade and everybody is happy and playing games. And we spent 3.5 hours at this resort walking around and spending family time together. And we didn't go into the park. We just literally went to the resort and had a resort day. Like, we stayed there. We did not go in the pool or use any of the amenities for the guests, but we just checked it out and had a lot of fun. So long story short, when every other week I don't post as much just because of the not of having the kids, and I don't want to, take time away from them. But this week, Sunday through Sunday, no kids, lots of posting, lots of laughs. And don't forget, by the way, it keeps flashing across the bottom, but July 6th is a free show in Orlando on iDrive at Apro Studios, and it is a special taping. You might get on TV and or a little something extra, because I kind of know where this special is headed. And but I'm doing a live 30-minute special taping, and it'll be a lot of fun if you're there. Also, don't forget, you can sign up on Patreon, patreon.com/cryinginmycar. You get all the bonus episodes, early video releases, and new tour announcements. And the very last thing, devoncomedy.com is where all my merch is. I think you would love, all right, let me do that one. So devoncomedy.com, there we go, is where all the merch is. And just click teacher merch at the top. It's still all on sale. $20 t-shirts, free shipping with free stickers. Can't beat that. The stickers alone are like $4. The shipping's like $4. The t-shirt itself cost me $10. I think I make $1.50 on this. So yeah, anyways, why not? That's probably the best deal you can find if you're wanting to support me. And also, don't forget the stars. So I set a star goal of 50,000 stars. Facebook loves the stars. I like the stars because it's a just simple way of like, hey, thanks for being funny and supporting. By the way, When Teachers Visit Disney Part 3 was hilarious. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you have not seen that, it took me a long time to make, like 3 or 4 trips to Disney. I'm a pass holder, so I just go as much as I can to get that in. But Part 4 is coming along. Oh, thank you, John Krasinski. I doubt you're John Krasinski, but thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. So Part 4 is coming along of the Disney Teachers at Disney. I love making those, and Disney provides endless entertainment in that particular area. So, but yeah, thank you so much, Narissa. And yes, I do appreciate the stars. They help keep everything funded. I'm not teaching anymore, so literally I pay for every single thing that I need to off of Facebook and YouTube stuff. And I don't do sponsorships. You have not seen me sitting here selling you anything. And the reason I don't do that is because I actually just want to provide the comedy. But in order to do that, the stars help. Sharing my stuff helps. Anytime you share stuff, it helps me increase my reach. And I get a little bit of ad revenue from Facebook and YouTube, and feeds the kids and keeps us going. And most importantly, it keeps me sane. Yeah, the link, just so you're aware, if you've not been to my website, it's devoncomedy.com. It is slow. I've talked to 9,000 tech people, and literally every single time they switched servers for my website. And when they did that, it got slow. And since then, they have not been able to fix it. However, if you go to Devon Comedy to click teacher merch, it'll come up. It just takes like 10 seconds for it to load. And Google says it's the servers. The people at the servers say it's not, but they won't tell me what it is. So thanks. Anyways, thanks so much for the stars. I appreciate it. Yeah. So anyways, thanks so much, everybody, for all the support. And I will let you all go. I'm going to be live a few more times this week, and bring in the jokes. And then also, don't forget, the videos will be coming out. New Crying in My Car on Wednesday. Bonus episode for the Patreons coming this week as well, and all that other good stuff. So yeah, I love sushi. Big fan of sushi. Yeah, let's real quick. If you got any questions, just throw them down there, and I'll get to them. Let's do a little quick Q&A before I go. I got a few minutes. I love sushi. Big fan. By the way, it took me a while to like sushi, because the first sushi I ever tried was at a buffet. Never do that. Public sushi, it's okay. It's pretty good. But go to a real sushi place, and please don't get one of these sushi. Get fresh, delicious sushi, not this stuff where they pour 7 gallons of mayonnaise on it and tell you it's sushi. That's just mayo with rice. That's ugh. But how old are my kids? 5 and 6 years old. And if you saw them, you would think they are 10 and 9, because I'm 6'6". So they obviously, it's so funny. People, I don't get it. I will go places and I'm like, yeah, he's 6. And they'll be like, he's 6. He's huge. And I'm like, I'm standing in front of you and I am 6 feet 6 inches tall, 280 pounds. And you are shocked that my child is large. I'm literally like, yeah, Gavin is on TikTok. If you've never seen my kid, go to TikTok and look up Devin Comedy. My TikTok is Devin Comedy. And by the way, I do post videos on TikTok you do not get on here, just so you're aware. Lots of them, actually. Tsunami Sushi Winter Haven closed down. Yeah, Heather. I think you might know that. That's why you put the heart. I used to love that place, but I used to order it from there because that's where my office is in downtown Winter Haven. Shut down. They opened up a different one. And it's crazy to me because it was always busy when I was in there. My most famous former students. I don't know. I have a student that works pretty high up for the State Department. I think that's pretty legit. I had some students. I had another student, Miles, who played for UCF basketball. He was pretty up there in fame, and I don't have anything really much beyond that. I mean, unless you count the news articles written for murder and all that. I mean, I hate to say it. I've had some students that have done armed robbery, murdered people, done some really bad things. And, it's as if it happens. I hate to say it, but it does happen. Yeah, I do get stuff at the top shelf frequently, by the way. That happens all the time. People honestly ask if that's a true thing. It is. I'll be in Publix all the time. Little old ladies, need help, and sure, right off the top shelf. There you go. Do a show in the Boston area. Yes, Jared. I go to Laugh Boston quite a bit. I was just there with Jody, and we'll be back again. I won the Boston World Series of Comedy there. And then Seth, what did I teach? U.S. history. I'll detail everything I ever taught. I taught geography. I taught American history, U.S. history. I taught civics. I taught law. I taught human geography. I taught economics, government, psychology 1, psychology 2. Taught intensive reading, and what else? I'm sure that world history. So 12 different preps. Love it. Love it. Can you tell who might turn out in different ways or pursue different careers? Yeah, I can usually tell. Teachers can usually tell who's going to be the go-getters and who's not. And what sucks sometimes the most is when you know a teacher has it, or I'm sorry, not a teacher. You know a student has it, and everything in their life, in their world is pushing them to not succeed. And you really have to go, keep going. You really, and you have to hope that your voice rises above all the noise. But man, there's some kids that it's just their home life, what's going on in their families, what's going on with their brothers and sisters, and family businesses and things like that. And you really have to tell them, hey, keep going. You are destined for bigger things, without insulting, obviously their situation. But it's really can be tough. 14 preps this year. Oh, Jesse, quit. Just quit. Don't do that. And don't do that. Quit, please. I'll hire you over at the Crying in My Car podcast studios. You are hired. We have one prep here. It's press record. There you go. You're ever taught high school? Yeah, I taught high school for 13 years, middle school, and 1 year of elementary. Hello from Australia. I'm glad that I helped you, David. I appreciate that. I hope that things are going well now. It does. Sometimes we get stuck in the mud. That happens. Or, stuck in the quicksand. You're from Australia. I don't know if that's a thing there. I visited it. Beautiful country. Love it. Cannot wait to go back. I will be back, by the way, David. I'm a gold member at a casino that gave me some credit, and they sent me a free hotel stay. Whew. I'm not going to gamble when I go there. So they're going to lose out. But hey, if I got a place to stay when I head back to Australia, I'm in. How can you get tickets to the July 6th show? I will as soon as this. Let me post it right now. So, oh man, it's actually in my phone. I will. I'm going to post. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to post it on my website right after this. So you go to devincomedy.com, click tour dates, and I'm gonna post it there. So Elizabeth, it'll be on there. Give me just like 5 minutes after this is over, and I'll make sure that the ticket link is live, because the tickets are free to that live taping. So you can come 100% free. It's going to be awesome, and it is a real deal taping. Like once you get in there, it's a TV studio. It's legit. So. Middle to high school was a good switch, Blade. I honestly think that's the best switch. Middle school, it was too stressful for me. You have to have in middle school, you cannot teach middle school without a proper administrative support. You can't do it. You can't. There's just too much going on with those children to not have support from the higher ups to run your class the way you want and to keep everybody, in check and focused. It's got to be. Any advice for 8th grade English teacher entering her 3rd year? 3rd year is kind of when you start to get your stride. I will say this, as 3rd year is when I started to kind of get it. And so it became easier. I think 1st year is really scary. 2nd year is a little bit catch up and still learning. 3rd year, you start to realize that the motions come a little bit easier, and you can swim. So I'm not an active teacher, literally. If I have my teaching certificate, I'm not an active teacher right now, though. Did I used to make my students laugh a lot? Yes, I did, but not really. And this is the thing. I never really went into full joke mode. Maybe once or twice a year, I would just go in and just say, all right, let's be funny for a day. But my sarcasm was always on point, and it was so dry, and it was so matter of fact that the students that got it never stopped laughing. The students that didn't get it hated me. Hated me. Oh man. Weight loss challenge is going great. Down 10 pounds and almost 10, 9.5 pounds, I think it is. And then lots of people losing weight over there. And this is the thing, even if you haven't started, or even if you join the group and you haven't begin to lose weight, maybe even gained weight, no time like the present. I mean, really, just do it. And it's all on you. That moment where you just go, all right, this is it. I'm just going to stick to it, and stick to it. Don't let it pass. I mean, it really is. It's so hard. I tell you, breaking a soda habit has been so terribly hard. Headaches, had to double up on the coffee to get the caffeine, and then lower the coffee intake back down to normal. But it was brutal, and not, getting that when I'm sitting there, to be honest with you, sitting there with my children, and we went to Olive Garden and having breadsticks in front of me and having a full menu with chicken parmesan and lasagna, and instead ordering the grilled chicken with the pesto and the tomatoes on it, and eating the salad and not touching the breadsticks. It's one of those things where you leave there to the Rocky theme song and you're like, I got it. I did it. And it's those little victories every day. So that's terrible, Bob. I hope I hope that passes. Taught digital all year. Oh man. Learning loss. Yeah. Learning loss. That's the thing, man. Learning loss is brutal. And what I mean by that is not the learning loss itself. We all knew there would be learning loss. It's the fact that now they're putting so much pressure on the learning loss that it's doing the opposite of being advantageous. It's doing nothing good. It's just putting more stress on the teachers and repeating to the students over and over again that they didn't do well enough during a worldwide pandemic. We expected more of you when 500,000 people died. I mean, what a slap to the face to everybody. This learning loss, and we sit here and you realize this is all in relation to test scores that and money that's coming from the top, and It's so frustrating. The people repeating the learning loss thing are the endless colleges that feel like they're just not going to get admissions up high enough and be able to, destroy another generation of debt. It's frustrating. I guess that's the easiest way to say it. It's just been so tough to hear this learning loss thing over and over again. And yeah, I mean, and what do you say? What do you say to that? It's just, and evaluation still came in, and and teachers just felt like they were I don't know. They handed us a round Rubik's cube and then got mad at us when we didn't line it up. And I'm like, what? We don't know where the edges are. Nothing's, I don't know. Frustrating. Thank you, Heather. Appreciate it so much. Appreciate you. It's interesting, Colleen. They cut the class time in half, not to stress the kids. And now they can't seem to figure out why the kids didn't do that well on the test. Yeah, you just got to do your best. That's all. iReady, that's true. iReady's good. But I don't know. You get frustrated because there really was a worldwide pandemic that we had no idea how it would affect them or us or anything. So many unknowns, going to an unknown form of teaching, people, scared for their families, scared for their livelihood. And then we were sitting here and judging arbitrary test scores. And it just, I cannot roll my eyes hard enough without physically staring at the back of my brain right now. So anyways, okay. So yeah, lots of new videos coming out this week. I appreciate y'all. And that's my Florida twang. I appreciate you. And yeah, thanks, Ontario. Yeah, it's crazy, Ontario. See that? Look at this. Look at what happened. They canceled standardized tests. The world didn't end. I still got data. I still went to work. Crazy how that works. Crazy how we see so many fine examples of the way things should be in other areas of the world. And yet we still sit here and go, oh, why? Why not? Why us? Why? I wonder. It's so frustrating. Yeah. So I better get out of here before I go on a different rant. Thank you so much. By the way, I'll post those links to the new stuff. And if you want to buy something, devincomedy.com for teacher merch. Thanks all for the stars. I appreciate all the support. Share the videos when they come out. Let people know about it. And follow me on TikTok, Devin Comedy over there on TikTok. You all have been awesome. Again, I can't thank you enough for all the support. And I will see you around. Thanks again.